get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. So you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. And gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and they. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.
Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. Tonight, I have two very special guests with me. They are both returning again. For the second time, I have my cousin Ronald Hayes. And for the third time, I have my boy, the very first guest ever on this podcast, my boy Marcus Clear. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on? How you doing?
What's going on?
Not much, man. How was y'all holidays?
Yeah.
It was good.
Glad they over.
But
Yeah.
Right now we don't do spend the money. We don't really get none. We spend all the money on
Ain't that it?
Yeah, so I'm glad it's over too.
Yeah. Marcus, you doing anything for the New Year's?
I ain't do nothing. I sit here and watch goddamn Georgia, Ohio State. That shit was turned up. And
I watched
I watched the college football game, man. That was the best thing that happened for me.
Yeah, I watched that game as well. What do y'all think about it? Before we get into the episode, I just want y'all to know y'all opinion about how Georgia looked to you. You think they still got a shot national championship? Well, I think they do because I don't think TCU beating them. But what do y'all think?
Personally, keep in mind, I'm a diehard UT fan. However, I do like and respect Georgia. With that being said, I'm going to say the same thing I've been saying for the past few years. When Georgia was playing Alabama, Georgia could beat Alabama. Georgia couldn't beat Georgia. They had problems with turnovers and sloppy play and let Nick Saban get right back in it. So I honestly don't think TCU has a chance, but we'll see. I didn't expect Ohio State to be within a field goal of actually beating Georgia, because Ohio State looked horrible against Michigan a couple of weeks ago. But I think it's going to be a good game, but I think it's going to be a good first half. Second half, I see Georgia pulling away with it.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I think Georgia might come out and beat the hell out there because, for one, I feel like in the Ohio State game, I feel like it was a whole bunch of misplays back. Like they was after that quarterback. He was just escaping. You know what I'm saying? They was out there, and then the big boys got tired after they kept chasing them down, though. But just a split second more, they would have sacked them. And you know what I'm saying? The back end couldn't keep up because the boy was scrambling so good. I mean, is the boy from TCU gonna be able to do that? I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be able to do that because the guy from Ohio State, he was creating plays with his legs. It was a couple of times they almost had him, but he escaped out the pocket and stuff like that. And then, once they got the rhythm going, they should have lost the game, let's be honest. But, I mean, they snuck it out now. They might win another national championship because I don't see them beating them. I think Georgia going to blow them out.
I agree with you. I think Georgia's going to take it. Personally, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm disappointed in UT because all they had to do was beat South Carolina. They were pretty much in, but they didn't beat. They got beat by South Carolina, by them. And so, if they would have took care of that game and the way they played against Georgia, I think we could have saw maybe a rematch in the championship game, but it didn't happen. But they still had a great season anyway. But I'm pulling for Georgia. against TCU. I don't see it being like Ron said, I think it's going to start off close, but I think Georgia and their talent and also their experience is going to be the big difference maker. But anything can happen. We all know in football, stranger things happen. So, yeah, one game. That's all it is. It's one game. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna be watching it. I know you guys will also, but we'll just see about that. All right, so let's go and get into it, man. We gotta talk about this big topic. Excuse me, Damar Hamlin, Buffalo Bills safety. If you don't know, he suffered a cardiac arrest Monday night against the Bengals. A scary sight. If y'all see, it's been floating around social media, so much. Everybody has seen it. And I just want to first get you guys, I want to get y'all reaction to when y'all saw it, what was going through your head. What was y'all feeling at that moment?
I was actually at work. First off, prayers go out to him and his family. Hope he pulled through. But I was actually at work, and at work we got these little TVs and stuff that display the games and show our promos and stuff like that. And I happened to just look at the TV. I see somebody just fall down. I was like, man, hell going on. So I went over to the TV, turned it up and looked at it. Then I see the instant replay. And then I didn't think it was too serious at first because I was just looking at it like, he barely got hit. Then I kept looking at it. Then I started seeing players crying and stuff. I'm like, damn, what's going on? So when I cut the sound on to see what's going on, and like, man, it was a scary moment, man. Did they say they had to revive him back on the field?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he basically lost his life out there. They brought him back, but that was a scary moment, man, And then for them to say they was gonna start at playing in 5 minutes, I guess they heard people talking about it. But the NFL did leave a statement that they say that they were never going to play again. But it's crazy though. It was a scary moment. Sure.
Definitely.
Well, I actually didn't see it live. I had the game on, but I was in the kitchen doing some things. And when I looked up, I saw all the players huddled around in the ambulance on the field. And a few minutes after that, I went on, social media's undefeated. So I went on social media, pulled the video up, and it was like my heart sank because I knew exactly what had happened. He hit the guy, stood up for about 15 seconds, and then he just looked like his knees got weak and he just collapsed. And I've never seen, nor has anybody ever seen them perform CPR on the field. So it was a very, very scary moment. Like Marcus said, prayers go out for him and his family and all of not only Bills fans, just football fans, period. And I think they couldn't really speak on the severity of it because you don't want family to find out what happened through the news. You want to reach out to him, even though his mother was there in the stands, you still don't want family to find out what happened that way. So they were trying to get themselves back together. A couple of them were trying to get themselves back together to see if they could play the game, and they just couldn't. But you see something like that, do you blame them?
Right.
I honestly believe if Jerry Jones' team was on the field, they would have kept playing, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I actually watched the game. I actually watched the game live when it happened. And the way he fell out, and he automatically grabbed the chest. If y'all looked at it closely, he grabbed the chest, and when he went down, it was such a scary moment because you got to remember, he also hit the back of his head on the field. So it was like, we haven't necessarily seen it on the football field. If y'all could go back to basketball with Hank Gathers, we seen him on the basketball court. We seen that happen, but we never seen it after a hit, right? Like that. And it goes in, put everything in the perspective that, sometimes life is bigger than a game of football. And right now, like I said, back to you guys' points, prayers out to him and his family. And when you start seeing the players react that way, you start noticing the severity of the situation, right? Because nobody really knew at first, right? They thought maybe it was just a regular injury that he went down, but the way he fell, that to me, I knew something was wrong right then and there. And kudos to both of the medical staff on each team, rushed over. They got to him quick, right? They got to him quick because those first few seconds, man, it determines a lot. And they got to him that quick, and they did their thing. They don't get a lot of credit for what they've done, doing what they were trained to do. So, and to Marcus' point, they have postponed the game. I don't think they're going to actually play the game. They're not going to do it this week. I don't think they're actually going to reschedule it.
Yeah, they can't. Who was up? The Bengals get them the win or make it a tie. But even though how that game was for number one in the ALC, but they don't even matter because, like, man, the kid lost his life after it came back. But we don't know. I hope he pulled through. But that was crazy, man. That, like you said, like for me to be helping a customer, right, and look at the TV and see him fall like that, it made me stop and go cut the TV up like that. Why he fall? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he fell, like just got up and just fell back. So I cut the TV up. The whole store started watching. It was crazy, man. That was a crazy moment.
Yeah, and especially ESPN, they didn't know what to do at this point. So for them to really keep their composure in this situation, and basically saying, hey, we're not really thinking about football right now. We're thinking about Damar Hamlin, his life, they said it, right? We shouldn't even be playing this game right now. Let's just postpone it. Let's focus on him. Let's make sure he's healthy. Let's make sure he's, right and everything like that, because our thoughts and prayers need to be with him instead of worrying about finishing this game. Because you got to think because you got to think about this too. When they saw it, all that emotions and everything, it's hard for them to play football right after that. When you see something like that, they can't play with that, in the back of their mind because we already know football is a physical sport.
They give a CPR on the field, bro. They had to get him mouth to mouth. They had to pump his chest, man. The man was gone after that. How you gonna play after that? Them folks crying everything, bro. They put a wall up so we can't really see what's going on. They made a shield, but they was working on that man on the field.
Yeah, they brought the defibrillator out and everything. They performed. They worked on him for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
right. And
10 minutes. That's when you knew it was serious.
And they tried to put him in the ambulance, and then they had to take him back off and start back working on him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, how could you play, bro? You just seen that shit? Hell no. Let's go back in this locker room and figure out what we're gonna do. I don't want to play no more. I gotta see what's up with my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. So
you see players get hurt on the regular. Football is the closest thing to gladiator sport that we have now. And you see players take a bad hit, get hurt, they may lay there for a minute, and we always look for that thumbs up. We always look for that thumbs up, and we didn't get that thumbs up last night.
Hell no. Still to this day, it's what, they're 24 hours later. Still no thumb.
Yeah, it's like I said, it was very scary. To see Ryan Clark last night on ESPN, you just saw the emotion over his face. Booger McFarland, same way. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman. Nobody's ever prepared for this, right? Because when you're talking about injuries, they could talk about the injuries, they could get back to the game, but something like this, live, national TV, on the Monday Night Football, they don't really have a plan for this. So for them to handle the situation the way they did, props up to them for doing that and basically kept the focus on Damar Hamlin and the players on the field instead of focusing on, are they going to get back to the game?
Right, so, even all the way to Scott Van Pelt and his show last night, because I set up and I continued to watch it because I wanted updates. And They all did a fantastic job.
He did. I was just finna say that everybody was messed up, but Scott and what's that black girl name? That black lady name? I don't know her name, but Scott and her, they was doing their damn thing.
The sideline reporter.
Yeah, they had emotion. But they was talking. They was giving updates. They was asking the questions. They did their job, man. Like, shout out to everybody. Everybody did his damn job. That's why he the anchor. His ass was out there talking. He was talking his ass. So he was calling people up, asking people questions, but everybody was on the breaking. He wasn't breaking. He might have broken in the back, but when he was on air, he did his damn thing.
Yeah, I think her name is Lisa Salters.
Lisa Salters, yeah.
And you can she was actually tearing up while she was giving that report. If you actually saw
she was tearing up, but she hold it. Her and Scott was going back and forth.
Yeah. So you could tell everybody was affected by it, and you see the fans on both teams going to the hospital after the game, right?
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. And it's something that could bring people together, right? Because we all understand football is really just a sport. It's for entertainment and everything like that, but they are still human beings by the end of the day, right? And somebody's life is bigger than a game of football. And we got to just stop for a minute and just say, hey, listen, his life, his health is way more important than seeing this game. So shout out to everybody involved, man. It's just a sad sight to see, man. I know a lot of people don't want to revisit it. I know it's going to be talked about a few times more. I mean, there's been doctors on ESPN, there's been doctors on CNN talking about this. I forgot the name they gave it because when he got hit in the chest, they said that's what caused the cardiac arrest.
Well, I seen a doctor on there today too said that like they got to do their tests. They said it could have been anything. They said they can't just say it was the hit. They said it could have been something he did on the side, like it could have been some pregame. They said they got to go through all the facts, but they like this. It could have could have played a factor, but they can't say 100% that what caused it.
It could have been some sort of underlying condition. Could have been something that he already had, and you keep in mind, he didn't get tackled. He was the tackler.
Yeah.
He was doing the hitting. So it could have been, something that could have been a factor of things, and the tackle just brought it all to a head.
And then pressure do bust pipe though, because he could have hit him in that right spot at the right time, because he did duck. He kind of jerked back because he kind of ducked his head. He kind of ran through him a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It could have just hit him in the right spot, you know what I'm saying? All right, hit him right between the shoulder pads, hit him in the right little pressure point, you know what I'm saying? So it could have been anything.
Definitely. But we all know outside of the game, the biggest all right, let's just get into it. Skip Bayless. All right. Let's just get into it. For those who don't really who are not on Twitter like that, I'm not on Twitter like that, but I do know when it comes to like sports reporters or athletes, they tweet in real time, right? So as soon as something happened, they go straight to Twitter and tweet out whatever they feeling. So I'm gonna read this tweet that after Damar Hamlin went down. Yeah, Damar Hamlin went down. I'm just gonna read this tweet from Skip Bayless. It says, "No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game. But how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant." That was the tweet he put out. All right. So Ron, I'm gonna start with you. How did you feel about this tweet? Because you posted this on your Facebook page, and I also commented on it as well. What was going through your mind when he tweeted this?
I feel like the Skip Bayless that we're seeing now is who Skip Bayless really is. No question about it. And I watched him. I've been watching Skip Bayless since he was on First Take with Stephen A. And he made some kind of off-color comments then, but not like the off-color comments he make now. And I believe that Fox Sports has given him the platform and the permission to really speak freely and say what's on his heart. I mean, this isn't the first off-color comment Stephen A has said. That's why my caption when I posted this tweet was, not Stephen A, Skip, I'm sorry. My caption when I posted the tweet was, Skip strikes again. And I printed off a couple of his not so colorful comments. He said in the past, and I quote, in regards to the NBA, I'm totally against taking American-born white players in the first round of the draft. Who says anything like that? And then he was talking about football one day. He said, I'm going to throw it out there. You also have the black-white dynamic, and the majority of Redskins fans are white, and it's just human nature, if you're white, to root for the white guy. It just happens in sports, just like the black community would root for the black quarterback. I'm for the black guy. I'm just saying I don't like the dynamic for RG3. It could stunt his growth in the NFL. So these are comments that he made about RG3 being drafted into the NFL. No congratulations for his accolades. He worked hard all the way through school. He earned his spot. These were his comments. He was more concerned about white guys not cheering for RG3. And we all remember episode a couple of weeks ago where Shannon pulled his glasses off. I was really expecting Shannon to leap across that desk.
I talked about that.
Right. I listened to your episode on that. I expected Shannon to leap across that desk and they go to the screen where they say they're having technical difficulties. Please stand by. Because if it was me, I think we would have had to go to commercial. Here we have a grown man insulting another grown man who insulted, he didn't even insult Tom Brady. He just put some facts out there. And Skip got mad and told him, you're mad because Tom Brady's a better football player than you. And to allude to what you were saying on that particular podcast, there's he never played sports. What, he played in high school or something like that? I think he played basketball. You never played sports on the collegiate level, let alone the pro level. So it's different listening to somebody or trying to take dialogue from somebody who never played professional football versus somebody that played professional football.
What about you, Marcus? How do you feel about the tweet?
Man, I think sometimes he just needs to shut the fuck up. But to be honest with you, man, when I first said it, I think people take it out of context. But then when I'm thinking about it now, and then they say this game is irrelevant and all that stuff, he could have been more sensitive. He could have just shut up, man. Sometimes you just gotta shut up. And like y'all said, man, Skip be doing all kinds of foul things all the time. He just gotta, I don't know. Skip needs to stop. Shannon didn't show up to the show today. Shannon didn't even show up. He don't want to work with him no more. So and they gotta get rid of they gotta pick between Shannon and Skip now. But Skip didn't have to say that, man. He could have kept his comments to himself. I know he do it, try to get the ratings up or whatever, but man, sometimes you gotta shut there. When he got on, I couldn't even watch it. When he got to talking to that, I wanted to watch and see. Once I seen Shannon was there, he was trying to, I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't know if he was trying to apologize, but when he got to talking, it sounded so I don't know, fake or whatever. I just turned it off. I didn't even want to watch it.
It felt forced. Because he
and I was like, what is he saying? I was just like, you know what? I just turned it off. I didn't want to listen to it no more. But I feel like he should have just shut up. They had nothing to say. If he really felt like they could have, some things you got to keep to yourself. But
you know what, Marcus? If you go back and watch it, because I watched a little bit of it today, he never apologized for his tweet. He was apologizing for the direction that his show was going to go in today. Yeah. He never apologized for the tweet.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he was
What I'm
he was
saying,
actually
know what I'm saying? When I heard him talking, he was like, I'm gonna try to do my show like I know, but the show gonna be this and da da da. And I was just like, this is some bullshit. I turned it off. I was like, this is some bullshit. I don't want to hear this. I'm trying to do the show and I'm gonna try to do it to the best of my ability, and I'm hurt. Hey boy, shut your ass up. You
Who
want
was
to
hurt
say?
last night?
nah, I mean, he was forced. Yeah, I think he even said that his superiors called him up, said, hey, a lot of people are like, they're basically mad at you right now, Skip, for that particular tweet. And then he came back a little later to try to clarify what he was saying, but it's all in how you word things. And the way he worded it felt like he was so insensitive to what was going on, knowing that this man's heart stopped beating right there on the field. They try to bring him back to life at this point. You put this tweet out there and people like, yo, this ain't it. We can't rock. And you got a lot of people who want Skip fans anyway. And he just basically gave them more ammunition to basically say, hey, all right, that's the final straw. We got to cancel you. We don't really care about your show, anything like that. A lot of people feel like Shannon was carrying that show anyway, because when you have former players that's coming from a player's perspective, they will pretty much take his word over a journalist. But even with that, Skip has been in this business for over 40 years. He should have already known the way you put stuff out there, people are going to take it to heart, or they're not going to even really read between the lines.
Right.
They don't do that. They just read it at face value. And the way what they get from is like, okay, you're definitely insensitive about this. We're not rocking with you. He came on. I couldn't even really watch it because when he first came on, I just seen it was him. I said, no, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was like, people be ready. This is the clapback world. People be ready to clap back anyway.
Wait.
People, they was ready to step on the NFL at first because they thought the NFL said they gonna warm up in 5 minutes. But I think that was just the people inside the booth that really didn't know what the folks were saying on their phone. They were just trying to speculate their 5 minutes. So people were ready to snap on the NFL for that. And then when Skip came, it was just, oh, we got a victim. They went at his ass like, Skip, you want to talk this shit? We on your ass. They be waiting for stuff like that. So, yeah, he put himself in the fire. He did that on himself.
But let's look at it from this perspective. Let me put something out there. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
All right.
Skip is on Fox Sports.
Right.
Fox Sports. So maybe, just maybe, he knew exactly what he was saying. And maybe he has an ulterior motive for saying what he's saying. Because let's face it, Shannon Sharpe is unapologetically Black. No additives, no preservatives. And I'm surprised that he's been on Fox. I don't care if it's Fox Sports, it's still Fox at the end of the day.
Right.
And I'm surprised he's been on there as long as he has, because he's quick to speak up about injustice and, using his platform to speak out against, things that happen to marginalized people, being a voice for the voiceless and things of that nature. So they're kind of like oil and water in a sense, but maybe Skip is doing this to get his own show.
well, here's the thing. Skip already has his own show, but nobody knows about it. Nobody knows about it. He has his own show, but everybody knows Shannon's show, right? They know his, Club Shay Shay, all of that. His show is better. Now, Skip has his own thing, but nobody really watches it because it's not. I tried to watch the episode. It was not exciting at all. I'm just going to be honest.
What about like
he's been getting away with this, like you said, for a long time because the company itself is like, well, he's going to bring this attention to us. So we're going to allow him to pretty much say what he wants to say, as crazy as it might sound, as long as it brings attention to us, as long as it's not bad attention, not the negative attention. Last night, it was like, okay, we got to put a brakes on this. Because, they saw the feedback. I think he got his, if I'm not mistaken, his tweet, last time I checked, got 128 million views. So that goes to show you, like, everybody was putting this out there. across all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Everybody pretty much going on to Skip. You got some people that's going to defend Skip. No, that's what they do. But the simple fact is that he's been getting away with this ever since his days at ESPN, right? And you got people who called him out on this BS. Jalen Rose, Ryan Clark, at times Stephen A. Smith did it. You saw Shannon Sharp. You know, there's times where you see Shannon Sharp, he just really want to just like, I don't care if the cameras are on me at this point. You know, I gotta handle this real quick. So he's been getting away with this without facing any real repercussions until right now.
But not to this level. Not to this level. You know, it's like you have a little kid and they do something, see if they can get away with it. Then they get into something else, see if they can get away with it. It's kind of like that. He's been, like I said, when he was on ESPN, he was saying some dumb shit, but not as dumb as he's been saying here lately. It's like it's getting worse and worse. So, and he actually has a following. There were a lot of people on social media today defending what this clown was saying. So he has a following. So you take his following, who probably don't like Shannon Sharp anyway, and couple that with the fact that he probably feels like he could do his show his way versus doing what he's doing with Shannon. I said that tweet he put out there last night, he probably, I ain't gonna say he meant it, but he probably meant to put that out there just to get the reaction that he's gotten. You know, so if he gets, you know, suspended or fired or something, and then, I mean, it'll all come out. You see he has his own show on another network by himself, really spewing venom.
Yeah. Charles Barkley want to beat his ass. why Charles Barkley don't like that man? Because of that problem. I never seen it before. I was like, why Charles always been picking up Skip? I see why that. I want to beat Skip ass too, but I don't know why Charles Barkley always want to beat that man up, man. Charles Barkley hates him some Skip, boy.
Oh yeah, he does. He really don't like him.
What happened between them folks? I never do the backstory on that, but
I don't know. I never know. Hopefully one day I could get Charles Barkley on this platform. I can ask him, where did it start?
Charles Barkley catch him in a dark alley and whoop his ass.
Well, beat the brakes off Skip.
Huh?
You beat the brakes off Skip. He catch him somewhere.
Then he said, man, I want to catch him in a dark alley. He said, I just want me and Skip to be in a dark alley. Shaq said, what you gonna do? He said, shit. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna beat his ass. That's crazy though, man. Yeah, Skip can't have to say none of that last night, man. And I applaud Shannon for not coming, man. Shannon been a punching bag, letting that man say all that crazy stuff to him. You know what I'm saying, man? Shannon said he wasn't going today. He ain't showing up for this bullshit today.
Speaking of that, you gotta remember when Skip was on his own show, he said he wasn't going to apologize to Shannon Sharp for those personal attacks he made on Shannon about his career and saying that Tom Brady is a better football player than you.
Because he means that shit.
He mean it.
He stands on that shit 10 toes down. He means that.
And there was really no backlash over that until last night. And then it's like, to me personally, I don't like when sports reporters is going to tell a Hall of Fame player in any sport that they're not as good as the next player, especially in football, because we know there's so many different positions on the field to where automatically people assume the quarterback is the best player in the game of football.
Yeah, because Shannon Sharp is one of the best tight ends all time. And
exactly.
And fuck Skip, but like Tom Brady is the GOAT. I know that though.
He's the GOAT quarterback, but we all know we ain't putting him over no Jerry Rice or no Lawrence Taylor.
Oh no,
that man.
Oh no, bro.
Hey man,
what is it? What is it?
You put that away, man. He had that on the side. He couldn't wait to put that on, man.
Oh my bad.
Man.
Yeah.
See, me and Marcus, we've been going at it for years because he's a Patriots fan. I'm a Steelers fan. So we've been going at it for years.
Y'all ain't beat us since 1994, bro. Y'all cannot.
Well, sorry, we ain't got no clever cheaters on our squad.
Hey, y'all, Pittsburgh cannot beat the Patriots, bro. Every time we play, we just beat y'all. It's no. Since Mike Tomlin been there, y'all never beat the Patriots, bro. Never. Google it. Goddamn it. Google. You got the laptop. Take the laptop, start typing, and see.
And you know what? Y'all ain't never beat the Dolphins, so shut up. You're talking all that talk. Yeah.
Hey,
what now?
Is this podcast over? I'm leaving. I'm leaving. We just beat the Dolphins. What the hell? We just beat the Dolphins.
Oh, shit. Man, we know they going downhill. But real quick, Skip and Shannon undisputed. Show over or not?
I don't know. Skip, Shannon want that money. I ain't finna fuck my money up for no Skip. If they don't get rid of Skip, I'm coming back next week. I just took my vacation days. I'm back.
I don't think they're gonna get rid of Skip, man. I don't. What exactly happened between him and did something happen between him and Stephen A, or was it failed renegotiations with ESPN, or what's the backstory on that? I'm just kidding.
I think
they gave Stephen A more money, but then Skip got Fox paid Skip. So
yeah, Fox paid Skip more money than what ESPN was willing to pay him.
Yeah, they gave him that check over at Fox, so that's why he probably over there wilding like he wilding right now. So he got that check over at Fox Sports.
Yeah, so that's why he made that move over there because it was basically a business decision. If somebody gonna offer you more money, basically doing the same show, with somebody else, then I guess anybody would take it
and let you talk more shit. Absolutely.
Yeah, because Disney ain't gonna let you do that. We seen Stephen A get suspended a couple of times for some stuff he said.
Yeah, Janelle Hill, a couple of them.
Yeah. What's that? Warren Sapp. And they be getting rid of them, boy. Disney ain't playing with you. What's the boy name that was making a ring on the girl's ass? Paul Pierce.
Oh yeah.
Paul Pierce on the internet.
They got him up out of there quick. The next day, he wanted in HR.
Paul Pierce making a rag and shit. The next day he won't get no job. They got rid of him.
The next day, we hope you save some of that money.
Yeah. That boy took a nap and woke up. He had no job no more. They got rid of him. No problem. Yeah, that's crazy. This don't play.
What you think, Darius? Think they're still gonna have a show, or?
I think they will. I just don't know how much longer it will. The chemistry between Shannon and Skip will last. They'll probably replace Shannon because his show is taking off so much to where I don't think he really will stay on Undisputed. But they ask him, I guess he will to play out his contract, and then after that, I think it's just go their separate ways. But
it's somebody sitting in the cut waiting. If Shannon say he stepped down, somebody gonna step right in. They're gonna be like, I get.
Yeah, Chris Broussard.
Chris Broussard. That show would be whack.
That show would be horrible.
That show would be whack as hell.
Hey, listen, he's one of those people that's waiting.
They ain't gonna argue. They gonna be agreeing with each other and everything. It's gonna be whack as hell.
That show would be horrible.
Oh, terrible.
Well, who will be a good replacement then?
Shit, you. Fuck it. And then there's your little player will smack his ass as soon as he starts going crazy. Go put your application in, right? You know what I'm saying? And see your podcast.
I'm gonna tell you right now, one thing I ain't gonna do is talk about the Cowboys every day. That's one thing I ain't gonna do. I can't do it. You can tell they talk about the same thing nonstop, whether it's the Cowboys, whether it's the Lakers, or it's Tom Brady. It's like I'm not really going to talk about the same thing, continue to make the same point. I'm not going to do that. It just whatever. They're not ESPN. They're going to have different people that come on to talk about whatever. But, with over there at Fox Sports, they can have it.
It will probably be, remember when Skip left and there were all these different co-hosts until they finally settled on somebody?
On Max.
Probably be like that. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, that show was better with Max than Stephen A. And Stephen A. got rid of Max.
Yeah, because he was threatening. He was a threat to him.
I wasn't no Max fan. I ain't really like Max like that. Max.
So you like the show better with Skip?
I liked it better with Skip, but then I just didn't like what Skip used to be like. I don't know. Sometimes Skip be confused, but shit, Max used to confuse me too. Sometimes, I don't know. Max used to get on them all and be like, they get to football. He'll talk about Rocky Ball. He'll get to talk about boxing. And like, well, man, what the fuck this got to do with goddamn touchdown? Talks a Rocky Balboa. You remember in the third round when he hit him and he got back up? He'd be like, man, what the fuck is you talking about, Max? No, I don't know when the hell he knocked him out and got back up. It's the same thing here. We threw 3 touchdowns the other day and then threw a pick. I was like, I got you. I'm following you a little bit. Yeah. Then Stephen A. come back and smash. And Stephen A. used to kick Max's ass. And then Max was too over. Sometimes black people wrong, man. Sometimes we fuck up. Sometimes we fuck up sometimes. Max was too motherfucking for the people. Like every time. Right, man. The man should have been driving on car 182 miles per hour in Vegas on the strip, man. He should have been his ass in the house at 3 o'clock in the morning, man. Max be overdoing it sometimes. Max was just like, oh, and the brothers and this. Like, Max, shut the hell up, man.
Like you're trying too hard.
Yeah, like, bro, Max, we fucked up this time, Max.
Right, man. We black and we ain't even ride with that shit. So
fucked up, Max.
You might want to sit this one out, my guy.
Yeah, Max, man. The son watched it, man. There's 50 girls saying he took it, man. 50 girls, man. He fucked up somewhere, man. One of these motherfuckers ain't lying, Max. I don't know. Chill out, Max. Because he's a black man in America. Hey, Max. Shut the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll bring that shit back and be like, so when he was in the massage parlors, you remember back when Mayweather was going for his 40th win and he knocked the man? I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you talking about?
Well, he made his name, commentating on boxing, HBO and everything like that. So he always gonna bring up boxing analogies to every debate.
Golf.
That we're in.
They talk about golf, he talk about boxing. They talk about
there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, he talk about boxing on every motherfucker.
They talk about NASCAR, he gonna talk about boxing.
Yeah, boxing.
Fuck out of here.
Because Sugar Ray was back in. Remember when Sugar Ray was fighting? He knocked the man out. Like, man, that's conference final, man. What the fuck is you talking about? That's the same thing I see with King James. So I be like, bro, get this fool off the air, please. But man, yeah. Max, he was straight sometimes. I want to rock with Max. I don't know how y'all feel, but I want to rock with Max. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I don't know. To me, the one person, I don't know who could actually debate or make it exciting with Stephen A. I think the only time I seen anybody that got on there with Stephen A. and made it somewhat exciting was Michael Irvin. Because when he come on, he come bring that energy and everything. Even though sometimes you don't know what he's talking about, he's gonna bring that energy. It's just exciting TV. I don't know, especially when it comes to talking about the Cowboys. He's sweating all over, sweating through his suit, whatnot. But
Mike Irvin get paid. He don't give a fuck. He's just on the top of shit. But you gotta put Skip again. I mean, you gotta get
I do have one. I do know I have one person. I do have one person. I would definitely like to see. I would definitely like to see Jay Will go up to First Take and be that permanent co-host with Stephen A.
Man, Stephen A. put Jay Will in his place too. Stephen A. whooping all that. You gotta put Stephen A. versus a female. He all them sisters. Them sisters just kick his ass. You gotta put some bad female on there that's gonna kick his ass. Cause he get mad at the females. He get them fired. He ain't like champion Kerry. He got her ass up at that motherfucker. Them females, he can't fuck with them because they be on his ass.
Yeah, they be giving them the business.
Who is that one? She's black, not Carrie Champion. She's she's like the sideline reporter, NBA, black lady, like the short haircut. I forgot what her name is. She been on First Take a couple of times when Stephen A wasn't there. She was up on there debating.
I know you told me. I just don't know her name though.
Yeah, I think she'll be a great co-host. I would definitely like to see that. Because you never really seen Stephen A on his own show debating women. Unless they're just, I'm talking about throughout the entire show. They might come in for a segment, but for the entire show, you don't really see that.
Yeah, they give him the blues. You can't take it.
Yeah, he don't like that shit. He'll get there. He got Carrie Champion. She was talking too much. You supposed to just be narrating. You supposed to say a topic and shut the fuck up.
Well, he's taking some of that shine.
Well, what's her name? There right now. What's her name? Jalen Rose ex-wife, Molly.
Every once in a while, Molly will say something. Stephen A. Good that look like all right. And she just
Molly know her place.
Molly will get some act right real quick. Stephen A.
Yeah, Molly know her place.
Hold up, Molly, and she'll calm the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? He know how to get her right. She'll get back up. Every once in a while, she'll try to say a little 2, 3, 4 words, and he'll be like, all right, Molly. Yo, it's gonna be on the floor tomorrow.
That's old girl. What's his name? Talk real funky too. Ball. The dad.
Oh yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah, LeVar Ball.
Basically, he got gears. He hollered out, "You shift gears with me anytime."
Yep.
That concluded his tenor on ESPN.
Yep.
Yeah, that was crazy. He said, man, that's crazy.
Gears with me anytime.
That's crazy.
And that was at the peak of LeVar and his reign as the.
Now that would be somebody good to go on against Skip.
That should be funny.
Even though he won't know what the fuck he talking about half the time, that'll be interesting.
Nah, it's all entertainment right there. At this point, it's all entertainment. But nah, this
is anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Before we get out of here, just got a question. Tank is fighting this weekend. Marcus, how do you feel about the fight? You think it's gonna be a good fight, or you think it's just like whatever? We just waiting for Ryan Garcia.
Hey, bro. When it comes to boxing, I'm going black. Hey, Javante. Hey, he might get his ass knocked out, but shit, I'll be straight Javante like I know him personally. You know what I'm saying? I think Tank knock his ass out. He ain't going past the 6th round. He's sleeping his ass.
All right, Ron, what about you?
I think it's gonna be whatever. And he waiting on Garcia.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, so we all waiting for that fight. I think boxing really needs a fight like that. You know, too many times we see about these, big time fighters. They doing all the talking, but nothing happens. A lot of it is, their promoters. They got their hand in the cookie jar trying to get more than what they are asking for, and all of that stuff. It's just boxing needs to get these high profile fights, get it back. Bring it back. Bring the people back to the sport and everything like that. And, everything will be all good. I'm watching the fight with you, right, Marcus?
Yeah, man, we can get some drinks. I already got a couple of drinks. I got some Crown right here for you. I got Crown. Got some tequila. And then the Hen Dog right now. I'm drinking on right now, the Hen Dog. So, I mean.
Thought you was in the gym. You got to look in the gym.
Yeah, man, shit.
The weight room.
I run the station. It's after hours, man. Shit, they at home. I got to sit in the cooler over here. Right back here.
Well, look, we coming to the end of the episode, man. I just want to say thanks to Marcus and Ronald for joining me tonight, man. This was a great episode. I hope you guys please follow, please subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast, man. On Facebook,
Did you mention
Instagram.
your sponsor?
Oh, Joseph Keenab. My bad. I've been waiting to talk about this, man. I was trying to get in, but my sponsor, Joseph Keenab, man. Please go visit his website, shakeenab.com, man. Please just check that out. I've been gone for too long, man. It's been a couple of weeks, so I'm just trying to get back into the fold of things. So, but yeah, it is sponsored by Joseph Keenab at shakeenab.com. Y'all can check out, services, monthly updates, and contact information. Please visit shakeenab.com, promoting leadership and scholarship. But I'm gonna give you guys the last word. Ron, I'm gonna start with you, and Marcus, I'm gonna end it with you.
Oh man, again, it was a pleasure being on here. Marcus, good to meet you. Again, prayers going out to number 3, man. I just pray that he pulls through.
Yeah, man. Same thing here, man. Good to meet you too, man. Same thing. Prayers go out to number 3. Fuck Skip Bayless and and man, glad to be on again, man. And just we gotta do it live, man. We gotta do it right here. We at the table together, man. We just do it, man. Get the chemistry right.
We'll do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it up there in person.
Yeah, we're gonna do it like that, man. Do it right here at the table and just let it go. And just cut the camera on and let it go.
Definitely.
Yeah, now, it's there now. You ready? Good meet y'all, man.
Definitely. Prayers to you, Damar Hamlin, man. Please get better. We're really praying for you. This your boy Darius from Drinking After Dark podcast. We out. Peace.
Gotta get to the money. Gotta get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids and me. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money. Early morning, so you know that I'm on it. Gotta make sure that my family straight. Gotta make sure that the kids in there. Gotta make sure that the bills is paid. And then let's get to the money. Get to the money.